Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're going to be reviewing The Tomorrow War. This is an Amazon Prime original film starring Chris Pratt, and this film takes a lot of inspiration from many other science fiction films. Aliens is in here, in my opinion a bit of Terminator with the time travel. It's just such a mashed together of different themes from different movies film. And in my opinion, it's very, very strong. This film starts off so well, introducing us to the life of just a normal man, and suddenly having been put in this drastic war situations that we start to learn about the true meaning behind this film, and it's his relationship with his daughter. Now, in my opinion, if this film ended around the an hour and 45-minute mark, I would have been satisfied. But this film goes on for half an hour too long in my opinion, and has a lot of pacing issues. Now, this film is great all the way through, even past the bit where he gets first sent on his mission and they all drop from the sky because something goes wrong with the machines into the pool. And the alien creatures that they're fighting, the designs are really interesting. They look like plant-like adapted creatures, and later we learn that they are aliens that crash landed here on Earth. That's part of the film that I wasn't really that fond of, but we'll get to that part. So yeah, everything to do with when they get dropped in and they're in the war, through fighting all of them, it's good. It's good stuff. The action scenes are really entertaining and engaging, shot beautifully. This film was directed very, very well. The writing is a bit meh, but the directing is that good that it actually makes you forgive some things. Not all of the issues I have with it, but the directing makes me forgive most things that I usually wouldn't. So yeah, after this scene, there's a massive chunk of this film that is very, very slow. This is where the pacing it's at its weakest point. There's a massive battle scene, massive rescue mission where they realise that the people are dead and they've got to escape themselves. It's very good stuff, but after that, there's just a lot of talking, exposition given, and nothing really happens until he meets up with his daughter again, and even then it's just quite slow. So yeah, let's talk about that. I was really getting used to this main black side character. I forgot his name, but he's very funny in the film, and he was just probably one of the brightest spots of this film for me. So when Chris Pratt suddenly switches and he's with his daughter, I kind of felt like it was a massive tonal shift. We were starting to get used to this war, him with his new friend that they were trying to set up earlier on to have an emotional connection to. They were clearly trying to establish a bond between these two characters. So the fact that it all gets dropped drastically out of nowhere, and now it's supposed to be about his connection with his daughter, I wish they chose a direction and went with it. Because I'm not going to lie, I would have liked to have seen a sequel to this film. If this film was about an hour and 40 minutes long, and they left it in an interesting spot, and didn't do what they did in the last half an hour, which I'll get to in a sec, I would have loved to see a sequel to this. I think this is worthy of a sequel if they'd done what I preferred them to do. But yeah, that clearly didn't happen, and yeah, so let's talk about my negatives with this last half hour of this film. They really drop every single thing that was little details that were relevant, and little cliche lines that somehow matter in the grand scheme of things. An example of this is a kid in his class at the start of the film really likes volcanoes for some reason. Seemed a bit random at the time, but obviously now we've learned that there's so many little things that you think are irrelevant that are drastically significant to the plot of this film and to the last 30 minutes. They suddenly need to know about volcano ash, go to this kid, blah, blah, blah. They end up in the Antarctic uncovering an alien ship. Now, it boggles my brain that they didn't try and do this sooner. The war would have ended so much quicker if they'd literally just killed them, which we've seen that there were dead ones there when they travelled back, and this war's been going on for quite a bit. A year. This war's been going on for a year until Chris Pratt leaves and joins it. You're telling me in that year of people getting sent there and back, that one killed creature wasn't brought back and used and tested and trying to uncover things about the species? They would have found that volcano ash ages ago. This isn't just anyone, this is the US military. You're telling me that they wouldn't have tested on one of the dead bodies of these aliens, found the mountain ash, and just done this ages ago? The whole film could have been prevented by this 30 minutes being in there. But anyway, we'll forget about it and we'll carry on with this. So they establish early on that Chris Pratt's character has an issue with his dad. His dad was not there for him when he was a kid. This was established in a little exposition scene at the start, which seemed a bit unnecessary because it's like, you brought J.K. Simmons in just for this one scene. Seems a bit pointless. You could have got anyone for that. So that got me thinking, he must reappear. He has to. And what do you know, at the last 30 minutes, he joins in, and you get this cool sort of Antarctic mystery, which that was quite cool. And his Chris Pratt's friend in the film, I forgot the guy's name, he was back, and that made me really happy because he was very funny throughout the film, and most of the humour is carried by him, which is surprising when you've got Chris Pratt as your lead. Yeah, this side character was literally the main voice of comedy in this film. So yeah, they unlock all of these pods inside the ship, unleashing all the aliens, accidentally of course, and when, just before he came back to be able to do this, Chris Pratt, with his daughter when she was older, gave him the cure that she'd found with him, and he uses that on the final mother of all the aliens with his dad, and it just felt a bit too over the top. Now, I'm not saying you're not allowed a bit of over the top, because this film, it's a bit of fun. You're not supposed to take it that seriously, but it got to a bit where it got to a point where it's just a bit repetitive of like, oh, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. No, I'll block that. Oh, and I'm gonna kill and sacrifice myself. Oh no, I'm gonna block that. And it just felt a bit too overdone, where it just kind of felt repetitive and sort of pulls you out of the moment, and you don't really feel as much tension. Whereas earlier on in the film, when Chris Pratt first gets sent into the future, they didn't have to do all that, and that's how you build up tension properly. They hid the design of these alien creatures for quite a while before revealing them when Chris Pratt went into the future and had that first initial massive action scene. That's tension done right. Faking all of these little things with characters about them sacrificing themselves, and then the slow motion as another character comes in and saves them, it just gets a bit tiresome at a certain point. But yeah, other than that, this film is very, very strong. It's solid, just a massive pacing issue in my opinion, and 30 minutes that really didn't need to do that, be there, and sort of dragged the film down, unfortunately. But yeah, overall, I'm going to give The Tomorrow War a 7 out of 10. Not bad at all, very solid, but did have the potential to be an 8 or 9 out of 10. Just a few writing issues, pacing, and yeah, that's about it. But let me know your thoughts if you check this out, if you're willing to check it out after this review, because I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen a lot of hype for this film. So yeah, please go, I implore you to check it out. You might enjoy it. I enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.